tí wọ́n wà nílùú yìí àti àwọn agbègbè yìí akínyìn pé ẹkú lé o. Mo wá kí ọ̀gá wa tí wọ́n jẹ́ incoming governor wa by the grace of God ní on the 16 November tí a máa tẹ̀sójú ẹ̀ fún PDP fún Agboola Ajayi. Mo kí wọn púpọ̀ bí Ọlọ́run á gbé wọn débẹ̀. Mo kí ẹ̀yin olóríire tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa torí pé èmi tí ẹ ń wò yìí APC ni mí tẹ́lẹ̀ àmọ́gbà tí mo rí pé ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ẹgbẹ́ ìmùlẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òkùnkùn ẹgbẹ́ ògbóni ẹgbẹ́ elébi ẹgbẹ́ apàyànlẹ́kọ́ ẹgbẹ́ abadúkìá jẹ́ mo ní láti kú ọ̀nbẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí Islamic leader àti Islamic cleric. Nígbà tí mo kú ọ̀nbẹ ṣíṣe ló ń dùn wọ́n. Ẹ̀mẹ́fà ni gómìnà ránṣẹ́ sí mi mo lọ dáhùn lánàá ẹ máa rí mi èmi àti gómìnà lánàá wọ́n dẹ̀ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ gómìnà bẹ̀ mí ẹ̀jìnà adé tì mí ẹ̀yìn wọ́n bẹ̀ mí bí gbogbo wọn ṣe bẹ̀ mí tó mo sọ fún wọn pé ètí mo ṣe lé APC ti tó mo lọ PDP. Amákẹ́tọ́ jọ mí lójújù the governor of Ondo State ó ṣe mí lálejò pẹ̀lú token amount. How much is token amount? That is 3 million. Bẹ̀tì lónìí torí pé mo sọ pé mi ìṣẹ́gbẹ́ mọ́ wọ́n ní kan wálé mi kan wá gbowó náà máa sẹ́ndì owó yẹn padà fún wa. Aláàjì iṣẹ́ wọ́n gbà o ìbí ọba wọn. Aláàjì iṣẹ́ wọ́n gbà o ìbí ọba wọn.
So what the guy was saying is that yesterday he met with the state governor, and the state governor was pleading with him not to leave APC. But he's figured out that APC is like a cult, Ogboni, secret cult, a cult of a party for hunger, a party of deprivation and all that. So when it was called by the governor yesterday that they gave him a token gift of 3 million naira not to leave, but he's made up his mind that he's leaving, so he's going to go and join the PDP. You know, there's no difference between them per se, even though some will be like, I know there is difference, my ego. I continue to participate in their murderous charade, legitimizing the madness as well. It is all going to end up in the what? It's going to end up the same way. Anyway, I only played you that video because of the words he used there to confirm that indeed, APC, Egbekegbe na bad society. APC, Egbekegbe. They brought nothing but death. I have said this many times. APC, Egbekegbe, they come with, they represented 3 things. They came to loot, steal. They came to destroy. And then they came to kill. So, and an extra one, they will be the end of Nigeria. You can mark that. Yeah, circle that. They will be the end of that contraption. And that's why I was like, you know what? Let it get to that stage of internal implosion. And when this implosion will begin, I want to kind of be confident, right, that those of you who have passed through the tutelage of this temple of truth, those of you who knows that keeping Nigeria together is more or less like a keeping together what is meant to kill us. So to break up Nigeria is a task that must be done. Remember this, so that when the implosion begins, when the total the capitulation of this contraption begins, you won't be among those who will be trying to salvage it. To salvage a place that is only there to kill all of us. So if you are passed through the tutelage of Mayegun, the temple of truth, rather than fight or work for the survival of that contraption, you will join hands with others, okay, in decapitulating the entire place, and if all of us can go our separate ways. That is where we stand. And that's where you should stand. Please don't be a closet lover of that contraption. If you are still here, well, remember this. Yesterday's survivors They are today's victims. Today's survivors. They are tomorrow's victims. Nigeria is turn by turn a place that is meant to kill all of us. And if it kills you quick, physically, you are lucky. Nigeria kills your dream first, demoralizes you before it finally finishes you off. And that is why I'll keep encouraging us that when we say break it up to save lives, it is not just our own lives. It is also the lives of our own children, our children's children, the generation yet unborn, the one that the current rogues have mortgaged their future. They've not been born yet. Too. And I wish I could just go back there and say, listen, if you did heaven right now, as they say, waiting to be born into Nigeria, please don't. If I have a say to tell the future generation, I have one single advice. Do you know what that would be? Don't come. And this may be a little bit selfish, but it is true. It also can be a little bit kind of like, narcissistic or something. People will die yesterday or last week. In that contraption Nigeria, they will never know what God did for them. Today, if people are praying for long life, I ask them, why? You shall want God to preserve your life for what? Why? In that contraption, where you are facing the shege, where the children of Israel that work for 400 years are being come before they get to the promised land, as they say, what they faced is not 1/10 of what some of you have already faced in this your short life. So, if you are praying for long life inside the contraption, are you serious? Are you being serious? Or what? Anyway, we'll leave it at that. To the student of University of Ibadan, who suddenly got their rooms and their hostel flooded today, I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. And I hope you shall recover well enough for the next one, because nobody cares in that contraption.
Come on, let me show you the outside. See. I see. I can't even step out. This is not the first time I see this like this. And I just think they are ready to walk through it. I can't even step out. Like, I want to eat, but I can't go outside to buy something. Oh girl, I will never fall now. Wait, that be counting. Now look at my room, look at everything. 2 people water.
It is what it is. If you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria will kill you. It's been written. Go and check the book of Lamentation, chapter 5, verse 1 to 10. Nigeria is the weapon fashioned against you. If you no kill him, it go kill you. Last. So, we should take calls tonight, even though we are not that busy. I know a lot of you probably have 1 or 2 things to say. From the afternoon when Adeboye apologized for lying to you that if you don't pay your tax, you won't go to heaven. But instead of him to kind of now say, we will refund all of you for lying to you for years, collecting your taxes, collecting tithe from you, telling you that that's what will take you to heaven. Now we are going to refund the money. The man doubled down. He can't tell us now, say, 10% tithe is for beginners. All of you will get more money should be paying 20-30%. Agba Yahoo. Bewiri. Oh, there is this information as well. Take course. Thank you so much to every one of you who has bought me a cup of coffee or 10 cup of coffee or on and on. The link is still there in that comment. You can use it too. A cup of coffee costs $5. And it will go a long way if you chip in a cup. Thank you. And maybe you should grab your phone now if you have one or two things to say to all of this. I will be right back. That's right. Thank you very much for that. Joy Oko. I think I pronounced that right, yeah? The most important gift you can give to me on Mayegun's Diary Politico is the cheapest one, and the most important, I would say, is for you to like the broadcast. Like it, then share it, or maybe even subscribe onto the channel as well. That shows that you are always going to be here as a member of the temple yourself, and that is really, really valuable. Okay, thanks a lot. Walking in, my brother, Ima, God bless you for your own super chat as well. I appreciate that. So let's see if the line is lining, if the phone is phoning, so that we can see if we have anyone who wants to add their own voice to the conversation tonight, right? I think I found something from Zamfara. Quite interesting. I should have shared that earlier before the break, okay? And I think you should watch it. Remember when the sitting governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, I think, raised an alarm that his own predecessor, the man before him, Bello Patawale, who is now your Minister of Defense for State, is one of the sponsor of terrorism. That's not the only thing he did as a governor of Zamfara. They said this guy received over 200 billion naira in allocation. The same guy generated what was considered as over 100 billion naira in revenue, and then borrowed over 100 billion naira as well as loan. And there is not up to 2 billion naira completed projects in the state for 4 years. Quite a shocker, maybe not too many. But this guy had this exchange with Ruben Apathy earlier today.
Working centers for people. Now let me land.
No, because we have just about a minute. We have just about a minute to go.
The resources.
We have just about a minute to go. We don't have the whole day for this conversation. No,
so,
we don't have the.
Then if you.
We don't have the whole day.
Okay. Then.
Now, we started this conversation with the plight of Zamfara, which Governor Lawal says requires sober reflection. Then you've told us a lot about the narrative of Zamfara. I'm quoting the governor when he was listing his achievements. Now, are you aware that when you were talking about the plight of Zamfara, you were saying nothing worked when you got to the state 16 months ago, the state has been stolen blind, no school was functioning. But the court, the High Court in Kano, has said that you people, Governor Lawal and his proxies, have been going around media houses launching a smear campaign against former Governor Matawale, now Minister of State for Defense. Is it that, Governor Lawal and his proxies don't care what the court has said, and so you still continue with this plight created by Matawale?
All right. So, Mr. Robin, this idea, we respect the court because it is the court that gave us this mandate. At the end of the day, we are even at the Supreme Court. And the idea that you reduce the question that we put in, one of the responsibilities of government is to hold individuals accountable. And I started my narrative from 1996 to 2023. Why are you reducing it to only Matawale? One. And second, when you say that we politicize most of these things, we are not a lazy individuals. We can actually deliver for our people in terms of healthcare and education and hold people accountable. A person that received 290 billion naira on fact share, 133 billion naira on a local government account, got a loan of 105 billion naira without no project of 2 billion that was completed in Zamfara state. What do you want us to do? And that is one. And we are not saying that we are not working. And if Matawale, we discuss about Matawale because we face the most problem in terms of insecurity. Overwhelmingly, the people of Zamfara State in the 2023 election voted for APC in the presidential election, but they rejected APC in the governor's election. There was a reason for that. And now the payment this administration is given to Zamfara State people for voting for them is putting back somebody they have rejected in the area of defense. And tell me the experience they have on there. And when we bring these issues, this is a person that was dialoguing with bandits. And at the end of the day now, this is the person in charge of taking care of this insecurity. If Matawale was a minister for youth or minister of elsewhere, we wouldn't care less about it. It is the responsibility of the federal government to do that. Yeah. But the idea that you put this man in the center of our crisis, when over 6 million people are getting kidnapped, people in the population of Zamfara State, and in this local government, you cannot, the chances of me traveling from Fontua to Zamfara State and getting kidnapped or killed by bandits, the chances are more than 60%.
Commissioner.
And what have they done?
Well, Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Zamfara State, Commissioner Abdulmalik Gajam.
Working centers for people. Now let me land.
No.
That is Ruben Apathy, as usual, trying to shut someone up because they do not kind of agree with such expose. It is called smear campaign in Nigeria, where if you try to hold the public officials responsible for any reason, it's called smear campaign. That's what similarly, sorry my caller, by the way, that's similar to what if I say this Femi Falana is an old criminal, call him anything. They will say, defamation. What happened to insult? What happened to, oh, you are insulting me, or you are abusing me? They know they use the word abuse in Nigeria anymore. Now, defamation of character. Here is the first caller this night. Hello there.
Hello, my good general. Good afternoon, sir.
Adewale, the African Wahala. Baba, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Great.
I'm good. I just want to start off by thanking you for the Temple of Truth, for giving people like me the ability to brace up for what is coming up in Nigeria. Because I now thoroughly understand that it's going to be a messy implosion at the end of the day.
It will.
As a result of all these events that have been happening.
Mm-hmm.
So,
God bless you, man.
let me start with Wike.
Yes,
I have
sir.
a question. So, I understand Wike wants 30% of the allocations from Fubara,
Yes,
which
so,
in
and
itself is a
he's not seeing
criminal
anything
offense.
wrong in that. He said he brought him in. Fubara should come and say if Fubara bought tickets, he bought the ticket, he invested in all of this. What is wrong in collecting a return to keep maintaining the political structure? What is wrong in that? He didn't see anything bad in that. And there are those who agree with him too.
Yeah, millions of even educated people, they agree with him. Mm-hmm. In fact, they will call someone like Wike, if he is successful against Fubara after tomorrow's elections, they will call Wike. He's a strategist. He's a very smart,
strong politician. Uh-huh.
He has the political structure. He's a great politician. That's what they will say.
Yes.
Well, it is what it is. We're going to see how they both destroy each other, because me personally, I don't like Were Fubara, and I obviously don't like Were Wike. And if Fubara becomes successful, he will be the future Were Wike or the future Rotimi Amechi.
Absolutely.
To my second point.
Absolutely.
So to my second point, the reason why Nigerians did not go out to protest this time around when Sowore was calling them out, or it was one of the people, motivating them to come out and ask for the end of this mess, is because I honestly predicted this would happen, and it did. They didn't show up. It's because they've been broken. The people have been completely broken mentally.